Hi, in this session, we are going to see how to handle time series data with the help of the Weka tool. The Weka version which I have installed is 3.9.2. Make sure you install the latest version of Weka so that it can handle the time series data. Usually when we open a Weka tool, we will go to the Explorer, we will load the data set and we will do some analysis with that particular data set. So when you click on the Explorer window will open. Normally we can see until Visualize tab. This forecast tab won't be there. In order to get that forecast tab, you have to install a package called time series forecasting package. So once you install that particular package, this forecast tab will appear on your Weka Explorer. So let us see how to install that particular package. Go to Tools, click on Package Manager. Package Manager window will open. So here if you see, you have lots of packages that are available, but the package which we are going to install is time series forecasting package. Okay, so just click on all and then scroll down and find out time series forecasting package. Just click on that. So for me it is already installed, so only it is giving me the installed version. Okay, you have to click and install that particular package. Once you install that particular package, you have to close the Weka tool and open the Weka tool again so that the particular package can be installed properly. Okay, so once this is done, close it. Go to Explorer. Now you can find the forecast tab available there. Okay, so now you go and load the data set. Open file. Now I'm going to load the data set. The data set which I have taken is monthly sales.arff. Open that particular data set. So this data set have 48 instances. That means I have 48 entries in this particular data set, and it have 2 attributes. Okay, just go to forecast. Here you see you have a lot of parameters that are available. So the first parameter is number of time units to forecast. So default value will be 1. Default value will be 1. You can change that value. It depends upon your needs. Okay, it can be 2 or it can be 12, 10. It depends upon you. And then you have something called periodicity. When you click on it, so it gives you, you can able to take the hourly forecast or daily forecast or weekly forecast or monthly, yearly forecast. You can take it. Okay, so it depends upon which one you need. Okay, according to the data set which you are going to use. For example, I am just going to take this value as 5. Okay, and then here the periodicity I'm going to take it as monthly, because the data set which I have is dealing with monthly sales. Okay, so I'm just taken this value as 5 and the periodicity as monthly. That means it is going to forecast the 5 months future prediction. Okay, it is just going to forecast 5 months of future prediction. Okay, and then you have something called timestamp. This timestamp, it will take the date attribute. If the date attribute is not there on your data set, it is just going to give some artificial time indexing. Okay, so in our data set, the date attribute is not there, so only it is taking the artificial time indexing. Just check perform evaluation. Now go to advanced configuration. We have to select the base learner. Okay, just click choose and go to time series. In that you have Holt-Winters algorithm. Click on that and then go to evaluation. You have to choose the first 4 metrics. Okay, so first the 1 and 3 would be already checked, so just check the second one and fourth one. Okay, we are just going to select the first 4 performance metrics and then go to output and select graph prediction at step. Okay, so default value will be 1. That means it just gives you a graph. Okay, it gives you a comparison graph that will have the actual sales and the predicted first month sales. Okay, it will just give a graph that will have the actual sales and the predicted first month sales. Okay, so then go back to basic configuration and give start. So here, you had only 48 instances on your data set. So from 49 to 53rd instance, it is just the forecasted values, okay, the 5 months of forecasted values. And here you see you have all those 4 metrics which we have selected. So all the values for those 4 metrics on each and every month, okay, it has been given for each and every month. So here, 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, it represents your first month prediction, and second month, third month, fourth month, and fifth month's prediction. Okay, and then you have something called train future prediction. Just click on this. So this gives you a graph, right? So this gives you a graph for your sales forecast. Okay, so here if you see, until this you have those 48 instances which you had in your data set, and this particular part, okay, this particular part is called as the sales predicted. Okay, this is called as the predicted sales. Okay, so this will be a 49th instance. Okay, until this is your 48th instance, this will be a 49th instance. 49, 50, 51, 52, and 53, those 5 months forecast have been given to you. And then you have something called train prediction for targets. So here if you see, this gives you a graph. It is going to compare 2 things. One is your actual sales versus your first month predicted sales. Okay, actual sales versus your first month predicted sales that have been given as a graph. Same way you can go and analyze for the second step, and for third step, fourth step, and fifth step. Likewise, you can go and analyze for all the 5 months predictions. This is how the time series forecasting can be done. Thank you.